One Radio Network. With the NFL Draft less than a month away, pre-draft visits with players are in full swing. NFL Network insider Ian Rappaport reports former Ohio State QB C.J. Stroud is meeting with the Texans, who hold the second overall pick. Ian also reporting former Tennessee quarterback Hendon Hooker visited the Saints on Tuesday. Hooker still recovering from surgery after suffering a season-ending ACL injury back in November. Rappaport also reporting Hendon's former receiver Jalen Hyatt met with the Cowboys Tuesday. Dallas also hosted Clemson linebacker Trenton Simpson. And the Raiders signed Jimmy Garoppolo this offseason. They added Brian Hoyer Tuesday, but on Friday they'll be hosting former Florida quarterback Anthony Richardson. Josh McDaniels also reuniting with Danny Amendola, adding the former wideout to their staff to coach returners. This has been NFL Network Now on the Westwood One.
Breaking news.
Tax refund shock is everywhere, but what is it?
My tax refund shrank.
Mine too. The culprit? Pandemic-related stimulus payments and tax credits expiring. In this reporter's opinion, you need a tax expert.
Hey guys, Jackson Hewitt guarantees your biggest refund.
And tax prep is 50% off? Going there now.
50% off is a limited time offer for new clients filing at participating locations. Max value $200. Visit jacksonhewitt.com/50 for terms.
The steak experts at Omaha Steaks are helping you spring into something delicious with their semi-annual sale. Grab all your favorites at 50% off, like tender steaks, ocean fresh seafood, air-chilled chicken, and more. Plus, use promo code HOT at omahasteaks.com and checkout for an additional $30 off your order. Get fired up and spring into something special. But hurry, 50% off site-wide is only for a limited time. Visit omahasteaks.com. Use code HOT at checkout for an additional $30 off during their semi-annual sale today. Minimum order may be required.
We are the Imperial Valley's AM 1230 KXO, El Centro, California. It's a Wednesday, 5th day of April, 2023. Did you see the moon this morning, Gene?
I did not.
Full moon and just a gorgeous sight.
Well, I'll have to, it's probably gone by now.
Well, it's still there, but you probably can't see it.
Faintly, maybe can see it.
Anyway, and just as a reminder, Passover begins at sundown today.
That's right.
Okay. So we are going to jump into news early today because we've got the mayor of Brawley and the mayor of El Centro, and we're going to visit with both of them. Before we do, how about some birthdays? We're going to just jump right into the local ones, okay?
Okay.
We have happy birthday wishes going out today to Kxo Ruiz, Alejandro Guzman, Beto Jose Armenta, Leo Garcia, Kane Zuniga, Nanette Conway, Luis Garcia, Erica Espinoza, Dennis Berg, Debbie Bracamonte, Vince Ovando, Paolo Alvarado, Abby Flores, Lupe Lazarde, Nayeli Vasquez, and happy birthday, Mary Apalategui from KXO. Okay. Those are our birthdays today. When I looked at the Big Shot birthday list, well, I didn't really see anybody there other than actor Max Gale, who was Wojciechowicz on Barney Miller. He's 80 today.
Good old Barney Miller.
Yep. Okay.
That's about it, huh?
Well, I mean, there were others, but not interested.
Well, Barney, you're looking good.
Yes. Well, hey, I think Hal Linden, who was Barney Miller, just celebrated his 90th last week, if I remember.
Hal Linden.
Yep.
Nice guy, from what I understand.
Well, and spent a lot of time on Broadway.
Yeah, which a lot of people don't know.
Yep. Okay. We're going to jump into the news. As I said, we're going to visit with the mayor of El Centro. We're going to visit with the mayor of Brawley. So we're going to get all of that in, plus a whole bunch of other local news from the source, AM 1230. Let's jump in with a look at World and California news headlines brought to you this morning by Lock Air Conditioning and Custom Sheet Metal, your year-round comfort specialists.
CBS News Brief. Millions of people are bracing for dangerous storms, including possible tornadoes in the Midwest. CBS News meteorologist David Parkinson.
In Arkansas and Missouri, we saw strong tornadoes overnight, and there is the potential for at least a couple more tornadoes in that area.
Donald Trump's lawyer Joe Tacopino was on CBS Morning slamming prosecutors for indicting the former president for falsifying business records.
There is no crime. I could write whatever I want in my personal ledger. There was no filing obligation. He never filed anything that would invoke a false business record claim.
North Carolina Representative Tricia Cotham says she's switching parties.
I have decided to change my party affiliation, joining the Republican Party, and have been welcomed with open arms by my colleagues.
The move gives Republicans 72 seats in the state house, the exact number needed to override any vetoes from Democratic Governor Roy Cooper. CBS News Brief. I'm Monica Ricks.
Become a Lock Air Conditioning VIP customer and get special pricing on cooling and heating tune-ups all year long. Call today to become a Lock Air Conditioning VIP customer at 760-93-LOCKE. That's 760-93-LOCKE. Lock VIPs receive discounted service and maintenance, discounted repairs, and priority service with prompt service. Lock Air Conditioning is your local York dealer, but they repair it all. So when the need arises, don't hesitate to call Lock Air Conditioning at 760-93-LOCKE. That's 760-93-LOCKE. Lock, the only name in air conditioning for over 40 years. York, install with confidence. Contractor's license number 696216.
California headline news: no more hearings in the Trump fraud case until December, but after the former president pled not guilty to 34 counts in New York yesterday, UC Hastings law professor David Levine says he expects numerous motions to dismiss the case.
Whether the New York DA has gone too far in trying to marry, particularly federal law, federal election law, to some of these offenses that otherwise would be misdemeanors. That's going to be really, really important.
Levine says most of the facts in the case aren't in question. What is in question is the legal standing of New York prosecutors to charge them as felonies. In San Francisco, Mayor London Breed introduces a proposal that could pave the way to convert unused downtown office buildings into housing. Supervisor Aaron Peskin hopeful.
I'm excited. San Francisco and its downtown, there are also opportunities for reimagining, and this is one of them.
House Speaker Kevin McCarthy set to meet today with the president of Taiwan at the Reagan Library in Simi Valley, her first such event on American soil. Jeff Scott, California News.
World in California News headlines brought to you this morning by Lock Air Conditioning and Custom Sheet Metal. For repair, for replacement, call the experts. Lock Air Conditioning and Custom Sheet Metal.
Yes, we do have availability. Those dates for how many guests?
Andrea's Boutique Hotel is the destination to tie the knot.
Oh, you want the whole property?
She needs an assistant to catch the bookings bouquets.
249 guests, huh? And 3 dogs.
Indeed can help her hire great people fast.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. We instantly connect you with quality candidates whose resumes on Indeed match your job description. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
Nerds! Here at NerdWallet, we often see people wrestle with financial decisions.
Mike is in the ring, up against his nemesis, indecision. Mike can't decide the best way to save his money, and indecision has him boxed in. But wait, Mike tagged in NerdWallet!
Let's go. With NerdWallet's side-by-side comparisons, you can find a high-yield savings account with interest rates that earn more bank for your buck. So the next time you wrestle with a financial decision, you'll come out on top. NerdWallet, the smartest decision for all your financial decisions.
And it's page 1 of the local news. Page 1 is service of El Centro Motors, Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers. 3 locations to serve you at El Centro Motors, at the Imperial Valley Mall, and at the Brawley Auto Center, Highway 86 and Julia Drive.
Taking a look at the latest in local news for a Wednesday morning, here's a visit with the mayor of Brawley, George Nava.
And it was a relatively short meeting, but there was some things of significance that I want to share with you. And so one was a certificates of recognition that were presented to local Brawley school students from the elementary school and from Brawley Union High School. And it was a presentation of certificates of recognition for their participation and achievement at the California Migrant Education Program's 4th annual ICOE MEP Region 6 Speech and Debate Tournament. So these are students that English is, they're migrant students, and so they've had to present these speeches 2 and 3 minutes in front of a group of others. and they did very well. Some of them placed in first, second, and they did very well. So we recognize them, and it was presented by Patricia Larios, who's the Director of Migrant and Continuous Improvement Services. But I also want to give some recognition to my sister, Irma Nava Gonzalez, who is a teacher at the elementary school in Brawley, and her students participated and were successful in this event. She asked me if we could recognize these students, and of course, I want to make sure that we do recognize young talent, and I'm happy to be able to do that. So thank you all very much at the school districts for doing the work you do to make your students better, and for the opportunity to recognize them publicly. I think that's very important. So great job on that behalf. And for the most part, the rest of the agenda was filled with various letters of requests for letters of support from the state Senate and from the Assembly. And some of them were with respect to the lithium development that's taking place and other things. I'll give you just a quick example of some of the things. It was a review and discussion regarding a letter of support to Assembly Bill 1569, establishing a lithium office of development, and Council chose to approve that. There was a discussion on a letter of support for Assembly Bill 1593 to create California Workforce Development Board Salt Sea Geothermal Resources Area. It's an equitable access program, so we also approved that. And there was also a letter of support for Assembly Bill 1562, establishing the Southeastern California Desert Valley Economic Zone. And that ties us into like the Eastern Coachella Valley and to Palo Verde. So more in line with our area. We've generally been tied to San Diego or Riverside County, and this helps us establish an area that is more in line with what we have to face here in the desert. So that's a great thing as well. But, so those are the things that we discussed. There was also the approval of the event that will be taking place by the Chamber of Commerce on May 5th, and that's the Imperial Valley Taco Festival, and that is the 5th annual. So that will be taking place May 5th. Should be a good time. We hope that you can make it out there for that. And that's basically it. We did cover some other items, house cleaning items within the city, but more than anything, I do want to recognize the students again, wishing them well and congratulating them on their success. And that is a brief recap of our meeting that took place April 4th. This is George Nava, Mayor of the City of Brawley, signing off.
And we'll have more local news after this.
Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers are here for you. Lube, oil, and filter change, alignments, brakes, batteries, tune-ups, and so much more. Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers. They service all makes and all models, and you never need an appointment. And now, Quick Lane has 3 locations in the Valley. In the Brawley Auto Center, Highway 86 and Julia Drive, at El Centro Motors, and now at the Imperial Valley Mall. Quick Lane, ready to serve.
In other local news, we have a visit with El Centro Mayor Martha Cardenas.
In regards to our City Council meeting last night, April the 4th, there were several items on the agenda that I'd like to share with you, listeners. We had the opportunity to have a presentation and a proclamation for Autism Awareness Month. We understand that it's important that we talk about inclusivity in our community. We also had a presentation by Imperial Valley Economic Development Corporation. They provided their annual report showing the many opportunities that have been provided to business owners to start their business or expand their businesses, being great stewards business owners. We received a presentation on behalf of the Imperial Valley Small Business Development Center. They provided their annual report, sharing with us the number of businesses that have opened out throughout the El Centro community, most importantly highlighting the businesses that are taking place in the downtown area as we have been working on the revitalization of that area. Something that was shared with us as well, which I think will be important to your listeners, is that they will continue to provide courses. So it's important if you are an entrepreneur and just don't know how to navigate the process to opening a business, that they are available to provide those services. So again, that's the Imperial Valley Small Business Development Center. In addition, last night, took the opportunity, we approved for a telecommunications tower that will take place at 330 Wake Avenue. we had received a lot of concerns from constituents in that area that they were having difficulty with cell phone coverage. The other item that we discussed is there was an appointment to the Library and Community Services Board, and we have appointed Mr. Armando Lopez. As far as legislative action, we went ahead and approved a letter of support for Senate Bill 797, Lithium Extraction Tax Citizens Oversight Committee. Secondly, we approved a letter of support for AB 569, Salton Sea Geothermal Resources Area, Lithium Valley Office of Development. And thirdly, approved and voted to send a letter of support for AB 1593, Workforce Development Board for the Salton Sea Geothermal Resource Area for Equitable Access Program. And the other item I'd like to share with our listeners is National Public Safety Telecommunication Week is held the second week of April to honor public safety telecommunicators for their commitment, service, and sacrifice. And for that, we thank all of our Imperial Valley communicators who are there to always respond to our emergencies. So I thank you for that and for your service. As far as the community is concerned, I'd like to take this opportunity to invite you on April the 16th. We will be having a spring dive-in movie night at the Aquatic Center where you can come out, enjoy a great swim, and have the opportunity to watch the movie Sing 2. So it's a great opportunity that we're providing in our community, and we just invite you to please participate in our event. If you would like to know more information about community events, please be sure to visit our El Centro website and also our City of El Centro platform. And for that, I thank you for this opportunity and wish you a great day.
And that concludes this edition of Local News. Page 2 coming up.
Page 1 of the local news. A service of Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers with 3 locations to serve you. Quick Lane, they service all makes and all models, and you never need an appointment.
Dr. Marcus, please report to pharmacy. There's an issue affecting many children that I can't solve alone. It's called toxic stress. It's how a child's body responds to difficult experiences, from harsh language to a painful loss. It builds up inside, making it harder to fight off infections and illnesses, and increasing the risk for lasting health issues. But there are steps parents can take to help. Learn 4 things you can do to overcome toxic stress at first5california.com.
Page 2 of the local news and weather, served by Kxo Bar and Grill in Imperial. Check out the daily lunch specials. The dinner menu features 16 different entrees. Kxo Bar and Grill.
2 people die in a fiery collision on Monday afternoon. According to the California Highway Patrol, a 20,023 Peterbilt driven by a 60-year-old man, Alicio Moreno, from El Centro was northbound on Highway 86 just north of Highway 78. The CHP says an unidentified vehicle was just behind the big rig when another big rig, driven by Jose Flores, 58, from Fresno, rear-ended the unidentified vehicle, forcing it into Moreno's trailer. The vehicle, caught in the middle, burst into flames, became completely engulfed in fire, causing the death of the vehicle's driver and passenger. The accident remains under investigation. The Imperial County Coroner's Office is assisting in the investigation. Imperial Valley College will hold a small-scale multi-agency emergency preparedness exercise on today. The scenario will involve an active assailant drill to create a challenging situation for participating agencies to navigate a real-life event is to be simulated to help identify strengths and weaknesses of the agencies involved. The exercise will begin at 8:30 this morning, and it will continue until noon. The campus will be on full lockdown for the beginning of the exercise, but will return to routine operations about 15 minutes later. Following the lockdown, the exercise scenario will be focused on the 2700 building, and that building will be closed to everyone except exercise participants and students who have classes in that building. Well, a sinkhole has closed a county road. According to the Imperial County Department of Public Works, Shell Canyon Road is closed between Evan Hughes Highway and Vista de Agatillo because of a sinkhole. No timeline was given for repair to the damage of the roadway. We'll be back with a look at the weather.
Kxo Sushi Bar and Grill, serving you fresh and delicious Japanese food. Also giving you great customer service and a menu full of items for everyone's appetite. Check out their unique Estates Sushi Rolls, one for each of our 50 states. And come join them with their famous Sake Bomb, a thrilling event with James Chingan. Make a group reservation at their cozy patio or cater at Kxo Sushi Bar and Grill, 416 South J Street in Imperial. Or call in your order at 760-355-4440. Visit them at KSushiBarandGrill.com.
Here is a weather update with Carroll Buckley.
According to the National Weather Service, tranquil weather conditions are expected over the next week across the area. Below normal temperatures today will give way to a quick warming trend to above normal as early as Friday and extending into early next week. 67 our high yesterday, 46 the overnight low. Sunny today with a high near 72. Northwest wind about 5 miles an hour, becoming south-southwest. Mostly clear tonight with a low around 48. North-northeast wind 5 to 10 miles an hour, becoming south-southwest after midnight. It'll be sunny on Thursday with a high near 78. West wind about 10 miles an hour, then becoming east. Winds could gust as high as 20 miles an hour. Right now downtown we have 48 degrees, 51% relative humidity, wind out of the west-southwest, 325 miles an hour. Local news, page 2, served by Kxo Sushi Bar and Grill. Great Japanese food. They specialize in sushi rolls, 50 different varieties of sushi rolls. Kxo Sushi Bar and Grill, just off Highway 86 in Imperial. The Masters, one of the most prestigious golf events, and we will have daily coverage from the Augusta National Course.
This isn't golf. It's the Masters.
AM 1230. Follow the leaders with hourly updates through Easter Sunday.
And you're invited.
The Masters coverage on AM 1230 is brought to you by
Derma's floor coverings, featuring the Shaw Gallery with customer satisfaction, and the Broken Yoke Cafe, serving breakfast, brunch, and lunch.
It's sports time, brought to you by Pioneers Memorial Healthcare District, an affiliate of the Scripps Health Network, working together to provide you the best care. Diamondbacks came from behind, beat the Padres yesterday 8-6. Mariners over the Angels 11-2. Cubs whipped the Reds 12-5. Marlins shut out the Twins 1-0. Phillies beat the Yankees 4-1. Rays rolled over the Nationals 10-6. Pirates beat the Red Sox 4-1. Brewers blanked the Mets 9-0. Blue Jays over the Royals 4-1. Braves beat the Cardinals 4-1. Orioles, they roughed up the Rangers 7-2. Tigers topped the Astros 6-3. Athletics nipped the Guardians 4-3. And Dodgers, they beat the Rockies 5-2.
Pioneers Memorial Healthcare District, ready to serve you and your family for all your healthcare needs. Let our team of dedicated physicians guide you on your journey to better health. Pioneers is a recognized leader in healthcare and has more than 10 health centers and clinics throughout the Imperial Valley. When the need arises, don't hesitate to come and see us. We have services and locations in Calexico and Brawley, and of course, our award-winning hospital, Pioneers Memorial. For more information on all of Pioneers services, visit pmhd.org today.
Well, they're still playing basketball, and the Lakers went to overtime, and they beat the Jazz 135-133. Raptors rolled over the Hornets 120-100. Heat beat the Pistons 118-105. Cavaliers clobbered the Magic 117-113. Bucks beat up on the Wizards 140-128. Timberwolves topped the Nets 107-102. 76ers slipped by the Celtics 103-100. Hawks hammered the Bulls 123-105. Rockets rolled over the Nuggets 124-103. Grizzlies growled, and they beat the Trailblazers 119-109. Kings pounded the Pelicans 121-103. Warriors whipped the Thunder 136-125, and the Suns beat the Spurs 115-94. Well, the Masters from Augusta, the Augusta National Golf Club. And, Phil Mickelson is back at the Masters. Mickelson is a three-time Masters champion, and he did not play last year after his comments about the PGA Tour and the Saudi Arabian monarchy's history of human rights abuses were published. Augusta National Golf Club Chairman Fred Ridley said he wasn't invited, and this year he's back. Yeah, everything's hunky-dory. Meanwhile, after finishing up his practice round yesterday, Scotty Scheffler packed up his things, and as he was leaving the players' locker room, he noticed what was happening around him. Augusta was setting up for Thursday night's annual Champions Dinner. Yeah, his Champions Dinner. Will he be there? Yeah, well, we'll have Masters updates through Sunday on AM 1230 KXO. That's it for Sports Time, brought to you by Pioneers Memorial Healthcare District. Log on to pmhd.org for more information about Pioneers.
Thank you for choosing Imperial Printers Rocket Copy. In today's highly competitive business climate, your company's image is important. The printed materials your company uses conveys a major part of that image. Our graphic designers have the talent and expertise to create a lasting impression for your business. Imperial Printers Rocket Copy offers virtually any type of business solution to meet your needs, from business cards and stationery to computer forms, full-color brochures, and posters. Let our excellent service and attention to detail provide the best impression for you. Locally owned and operated, Imperial Printers Rocket Copy has locations near you at 430 West Main Street and 100 South 11th Street in El Centro and 184 South Plaza in Brawley.
And financial news with a look at the weather, brought to you by Southwest Security, a locally owned company protecting you and your property. Southwest Security also offering live-scan fingerprinting to the public. Volkswagen is recalling 140,000 SUVs due to a faulty passenger side airbag. Owners are told not to let anyone ride shotgun. The Atlas SUVs in the U.S. are being recalled because of a faulty sensor on the front passenger side that can switch the airbag system off under certain conditions. The problem is sporadic, according to documents VW filed with the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, which oversees vehicle recalls. Most modern passenger vehicles have weight sensors in the front seat to detect if anyone small, like a child, is riding in the front seat. Airbags, which inflate forcibly in the event of a crash, can injure small children. If these sensors detect a small person is seated there, the airbag is switched off. But faulty sensors can cause the so-called passenger occupant detection system to indicate a system issue and deactivate the airbag. Therefore, got a problem. About 5,000 General Motors white-collar employees have taken buyouts, according to GM CFO Paul Jacobson. Jacobson, speaking at an investor conference in New York yesterday, disclosed the number of employees who have taken the package offered last month. He said the company will take about a $1 billion charge in the first quarter, but that the downsizing will save the company about $1 billion on an annual basis. And Britain's media and communications regulator, Ofcom, says it has significant concerns that Amazon and Microsoft could be harming competition in the market for cloud services. So what's happening on Wall Street? Another mixed day. The Dow up 16 points at 33,418. The S&P 500 off 23 at 4,077. The NASDAQ off 171 at 11,955. Gold off $4.40 an ounce, and oil down 95 cents a barrel.
Hi, this is Jason Jackson, owner of Southwest Security. 2 years ago, I opened Southwest Postal, offering you 24-hour access 365 days a year. So if you're tired of dealing with the inconvenience of our post office hours and you would like to be able to get your mail when you want, Saturdays, Sundays, holidays, in the middle of the night, then come visit us at Southwest Postal with 24-hour staff. Plus, we're also your local FedEx, DHL, and Postal Service Center. We even offer text message and email notification when you receive your mail. Southwest Postal at the corner of 4th and Heil in El Centro.
Look for sunny skies today with a high near 72. Northwest wind about 5 miles an hour, becoming south-southwest. Tonight, mostly clear with a low around 48. North-northeast wind 5 to 10 miles an hour, becoming south-southwest after midnight. Thursday will be sunny with a high near 78. West wind about 10 miles an hour, becoming east later in the day. Winds could gust as high as 20 miles an hour. And right now, downtown, 48 degrees, 57% relative humidity, wind out of the west at about 3 to 5 miles an hour. Financial news and the weather brought to you by Southwest Security Services. They offer 24-hour-a-day post office boxes at Southwest Postal, and you'll find Southwest Postal at the corner of 4th and Heil in El Centro. CBS News is just ahead, and we'll be back right after that.
The best oldies on the radio. KXO El Centro on AM 1230. KXO.
This is CBS News on the Hour, presented by Indeed.com.
I'm Steve Kathan. Former President Trump testing the judge who heard the not guilty plea at his arraignment yesterday and targeting his family.
I have a Trump-hating judge with a Trump-hating wife and family whose daughter worked for Kamala Harris.
Trump was warned against making inflammatory comments. Correspondent John Dickerson spoke with Trump attorney Joe Tacopina on CBS Mornings.
Statement of fact. A statement of fact based on the Daily Mail's reporting and others reporting that the judge's family members work for Kamala Harris.
But it's a fact that it's a Trump-hating judge?
It's a fact. It's an opinion of someone who's been put through a political persecution, John. It's not a fact. It's an opinion of someone who has the right to feel aggrieved.
A federal court has ordered Stormy Daniels, a key figure in the hush money case, to pay an additional $122,000 for Trump legal fees in her failed defamation suit against him. Political shift in North Carolina. Republicans now have enough votes to override vetoes from the Democratic governor, now that Representative Tricia Cotham has joined the GOP.
The party that best represents me and my principles and what's best for North Carolina is the Republican Party.
Rough weather's in the forecast today for parts of the nation's midsection. CBS News meteorologist David Parkinson.
A new tornado watch in effect until 4 p.m. For portions of Indiana and Michigan. That is the area we are watching for potential tornadoes, including in Detroit, Indianapolis, and then eventually this storm will continue to push east into portions of Ohio, so you could be seeing that tornado threat in a place like Toledo or Cleveland.
Overseas, CBS's Charlie D'Agata has more on violence at one of the holiest spots in the Middle East.
Cell phone footage appears to show Israeli riot police pummeling worshippers with batons, firing stun grenades and rubber bullets after storming the Al-Aqsa Mosque. Israeli police say they launched the pre-dawn raid after what they called agitators barricaded themselves inside. They attacked us in there, one worshiper shouts. All the young people inside are suffering and no one is helping them.
Well, CBS's Nicole Killian with more on House Speaker McCarthy's meeting today with Taiwan's president in California.
This is about continuing to express solidarity and
support with Taiwan. And so certainly a number of topics expected to likely come up during this meeting, but mostly around issues of democracy and security.
And checking Wall Street right now, the Dow is down 7 points. The NASDAQ is down 176. The S&P down 25. This is CBS News.
Hire with minimal effort and maximum success with Indeed. Their powerful hiring platform helps you attract, interview, and hire candidates all in one place. Visit Indeed.com/credits.
For the ones finding new ways to ensure the job always gets done. For the ones wearing many hats. For the ones who are hands-on, even from far away. And the ones keeping business moving forward. We are Grainger, offering professional-grade industrial supplies, plus real-time product availability and access to experts ready to answer your toughest questions. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
I'm Jenny, Senior Designer for Cleo & Wolf, and this is Behind the Designs with Boot Barn. Cleo & Wolf is a vintage-inspired, effortless collection with a country sensibility. Each design is thought out and crafted so that it becomes a special staple in her wardrobe. Even if it's just an article of clothing, there's so much meaning to that. In her most authentic, natural state is where her beauty and her confidence lives. Cleo & Wolf, only at Boot Barn.
It's right there in print, a new reference for the woman married to Britain's king.
The palace has released images of the invitation going out to the 2,000 guests invited to next month's coronation, and it is quite clearly from King Charles III and Queen Camilla. Until now, courtiers have been careful to refer to her as Queen Consort Camilla so as not to confuse her with the late Queen Elizabeth. They said, so as not to inflame the feelings of those who recall Camilla as the woman behind the breakdown of Charles's marriage to Diana. Others said the new title takes effect the moment Camilla is crowned next month. Vicky Barker, CBS News, London.
Former Italian leader Silvio Berlusconi is in the hospital. A spokesman says he's in intensive care with respiratory problems. The 86-year-old Berlusconi has been saddled with health issues the past few years, from prostate cancer to heart surgery and a very bad case of COVID-19. I'm Steve Kathan, CBS News.
Have you Googled yourself lately? Are there negative posts from an ex-employee or a former client? Maybe an outdated news article or sensitive personal information about your family? Search engines don't always get it right, but right or wrong, it's your reputation on the line. That's where Reputation Defender by Norton comes in. One of the most trusted names in online reputation repair, Reputation Defender has been fixing people's search results for over 15 years. Their cutting-edge approaches help you to wipe away unwanted information in your search results. They also promote the good stuff so that it rises to the top, helping you put your best foot forward. Your good name is too valuable to leave to the whims of a Google algorithm. Take control with Reputation Defender. You can start by getting your free reputation report card at reputationdefender.com or call 800-401-6681 to speak to an expert. That's 800-401-6681. Carroll Buckley.
Everybody's talking about you.
Carroll Buckley.
You're the talk of the town.